Be going through with you Toyota Motor Corporation. Just type in Toyota TM or Toyota Motor Corporation. We're looking at the Nasdaq symbol. So just read, like, I can see exactly from Google the name. I can see TM is the symbol, and if I buy right now, I have to pay 129.35 US dollars for one stock. It's a billion size firm, so it's a big size firm. It's paying a dividend yield. That's brilliant. Any firm that is paying dividend yield, that means they're financially very strong, because after paying their liabilities, loans, creditors, they still have extra money. That extra money it pays to shareholders as dividend. So any company that is paying dividend, they are very financially strong. It's a positive sign. Even if the dividend is less than 1%, don't worry, because that's extra money of the firm. It means the firm is very strong financially. So let's have a look at Wikipedia and see when was this founded exactly. So I can see that it's founded in 1937, 81 years ago, and I want to see what the employees have to say about this firm. So I'll just copy this exactly from Google, paste it here. Indeed, reviews, and let's have a look. So I can see we have 6,900 reviews, 4-star, brilliant. And I can see that read through the pros and cons yourself and check out the salaries they're paying, the photos of the firm, the jobs listed, the question asked. And let's go to Glassdoor reviews as well and see what reviews there we have there. So I can see we have, so I'll just go to uh, this one here, and I can see 958 reviews, and it's 3.7 star, which is brilliant. And I want to see that, check the jobs listed, salaries given, salaries they're paying, the interview questions, benefits they're giving, and stuff like that, the pros and cons. Check out Injusticia patents as well, check out the patents of this firm. So click that, enter, and I can see patents in 1999. So any firm that has patents, that means they're innovating, which is brilliant, which means that it's hard to beat this firm, and it's very strong, which is a very positive news. And please concentrate on assignee or applicant, because these are people who have full rights of the patents. And I can see 1999 they have patent, 2001 they have patent, 1985 they have patents. So they have quite a lot of patents. That's brilliant. But please check out if they have recent patents in 2015, 16, 17, because that means they're still innovating. I guess that's the same name as what we are searching. So I'll just see. Yes, it's the same part of Toyota. So in 2017 they have a patent. That's a recent patent. That means they're still innovating. That's brilliant. Let's go to Yahoo Finance, and I want to see that who are their key executives. And I can see, click TM because that's the Nasdaq symbol. Okay, and go to profile, which I got from Google. Okay, go to profile, check out the sector, industry, employees, and I can see that all their key executives, they don't have their salaries shown, so it says not applicable. So that's very important, because we need to know the salaries of the key executives for it to be transparency, for it to be so that we can build trust with this firm. But it says not applicable. Now you need to find out why it's not applicable. Why is that so? Why we can't see any salary? That's very important for us to know. Now let's go to macro trend, and I want to see the ratios. Click price ratio, price book ratio, type in the symbol TM, Nasdaq symbol, click that, and I want to explain you briefly. If price book ratio is less than 1, that means stock is cheap, it's undervalued, it's a sale. If it's less than 1, if it's more than 1, that means stock is expensive. The higher the number goes, the more expensive it will get. So right now it's loading. Be patient with this website because it takes time to load, but once it's loaded, it will make your life quite easy. Please let me know if you want me to explain something in more detail, or if I'm going too fast, I'll slow down. Or if you have any requests for me to do research on a particular stock, please let me know. I'll do that for you. And let's wait for this to load. Okay, I can see that right now it has 0.99, so it means it's 1% sale of the stock, because you can buy it 0.99 times, so it's 1% sale, so it's a cheap stock right now. That's brilliant. Let's look at the previous. For example, if somebody bought in June 2019, they got 5% off because they bought the stock for $123. They paid $123 to buy something that was $130 worth. So they got 5% off. Right now, it's 1% off. I can see that in 2015 June, it's 1.27. So it means people paid $119 to buy something that was $94 worth. So it was very expensive that time, and but right now it's 1% off. Let's go to other ratios. I want to have a look at current ratio. If the current ratio is less than 1, that means stock is risky because liabilities are more than assets. If the current ratio is 1.5 or more than that, that means stock is safe, it has good margin of safety. Right now I can see it's less than 1.5, therefore stock is risky. So I can see that let's look at the previous consistency. Has it ever been 1.5 or more than that? Let's have a look. No. So since 2005 March up till now, since recent 14 years, consistently it's below 1.5. So it's a risky stock in terms of current ratio. Let's look at debt equity ratio. This ratio will tell me if the stock is mainly operating on debt or equity. I'm looking for zero point 0.5 or less than that for it to be safe and brilliant. Let's have a look. Right now I can see that we have a little bit more than zero point 0.5, so it's a little bit more than zero point 0.5. So I'm looking for zero point 0.5 or less than that for it to be very brilliant. But let's look at the previous trends. So it is more than zero point 0.5 consistently. Let's have a look. That has it ever been below zero point 0.5? No, it hasn't. So since 2005 up till now, it has always been above zero point 0.5, which means it's a risky stock in terms of long term, in terms of debt. But as I notice, it's not a lot above zero point 0.5. So it's up to you to decide. But let's have a look at return on equity. I'm looking for 8% or more than that for it to be brilliant. Let's have a look. I can see that we have it's above 8% right now. That's brilliant return on equity. Let's look at the previous trend. Has it ever been below 8%? That's my question. Yes, it has. So I can say that since 2013 June up till now, so recent 6 years, it has always been above 8%. So it's a brilliant return on equity. and before that it was less than 8%, and also a minus return on equity as well. So recent 6 years is a good time period to judge a stock, I guess. So it has been always been consistent with return on equity 8% or more than that. That's brilliant.